What's up, everyone? I'm just waiting for everybody to jump in before I start doing our live video, which is the one that I do every week to market analysis and whatnot. What's up? There's a lot of people worried about bear markets. Haha, Autumn, what's up? One of my students in the Discord watching all of my training materials, right? Heck yeah, heck yeah. Okay, so we're going to touch base on market analysis and whatnot. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff. And to get it out of the way, because I know a lot of people are going to ask throughout the video, so I'm just going to pin the message or pin the link in case anybody wants to join Discord. I get that question a lot, and I usually miss it because I'm teaching and, you know, showing you guys analysis, and I don't want anyone to join and miss out on it. We do actually have Black Friday / Cyber Monday, like sort of type specials for the Discord to work with people to try to get everybody in. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a couple of Hellcats. So I actually got this from one of the guys at Dodge. One of the corporate guys at Dodge gave it to me. So I've had it ever since. 2025 is going to be a banger for sure. Absolutely. No doubt. So I am going to pin this link. If you guys want to join Discord, I just put the link there for you. And I pinned the message. Okay? So if you guys have any questions about the Discord, you can ask at any time. I'm going to go over some analysis on some stocks like I normally do. And like I said, I'm really busy. I do this stuff a lot. Like, I'm coaching all week, and I'm in Discord all week. I'm doing YouTube videos. I'm trying to teach as many people as I possibly can. This is the perfect time to join the stock market and start taking control of your financial freedom. Now, I have students that are in here, students that will pop in throughout this live stream and tell you if you guys are really seriously interested in taking control of your financial freedom. I'm doing the YouTube videos to help you guys out, constantly updating the content, stock picks, stuff like that. And then when you're ready to jump into the Discord, then things, they crank up like 100-fold. So I'll show you guys in a little bit after we look over some stocks and talk about the stock market coming up this week. But most of my students make between 10 and 20% per month in their first few months. But I have students that are like 200-300%. It's crazy. But what's up, everyone? We still have lots of people jumping in. It's right after Thanksgiving, so this probably won't be as busy of a live, I guess, like compared to the last couple. But I think it'll be fairly busy, but it is a holiday weekend, right? So I do expect that to be, you know, a factor why we probably won't be as popping as we normally are. Oh, yeah. Palantir is just destroying. Like, they're just crushing the market. Looking up a couple of different picks that we're going to start going over. All right, so happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone in here. I was going to do this live stream on Thursday, but I ended up doing it today because, you know, I figured it'd be really weird to do it on Thanksgiving and no one would be in here. Palantir is definitely, like, probably, I would say the strongest pick this year. Like, almost without a doubt, right? Like, I think, pretty sure it is. It's SoundHound and Palantir. Trump media, yeah. What's up, Anthony? Another one of my students. Yeah, that is crazy, right? 30K to 90K. It's like a 3x return in 5 months. Insane. I remember when Anthony joined, he was like, do you think I can make it to 60K by the end of the year? And I was like, yeah, you could go 30 to 60K in 6 or 7 months if you do your due diligence and play it safe. And this guy does 90K. Tripled. I thought doubling was going to be doable. You tripled. Yeah, Soundhound's going nuts. Soundhound is going absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, that's an original Micro Myers mask too. It's like a $500 mask. It's been there for a while. I won't, I'll never get rid of it. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. It's like my favorite horror movie of all time. The Halloweens. What's up, Ivan? What's up, Jorge? They're really tied to a lot, Brian. Restaurants, cars, like all around the world too. Medical fields, insurance companies. Nice. 6 and 8. Those are pretty cool masks. What's up, Joe? Been in Discord 4 months. Up a lot. Corey's the best. Appreciate it, man. Another one of my students. Boot camp student as well. Yeah, Palantir is going nuts. It's been going nuts, right? It's going to keep going. It is. What's up, Alan? No problem, Brian. Absolutely. So I left Robinhood. I'm gone. All gone from Robinhood. All gone. And I am over on Fidelity. I'm still with Schwab. So I still got Schwab. But I'm not using Schwab. Fidelity's a lot better, in my opinion. So I'm gonna bring the charts up for you guys and start showing you some stuff here. I got another webinar this Friday. This coming Friday, December 6th. So be ready for that one. I have a position in Palantir in my big account, yes. Not in my other accounts. Drone dogs could. They could. They very well could. It's hard to say, though. That's a kind of a risque type deal. Fractional, I'm honestly not 100% sure. I've never tried. Surprisingly, never tried. I always just buy whole shares, so I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure. I would imagine. I can't imagine not being able to buy fractional shares. I always recommended buying like equal shares though, like not fractional. Like just buy 10, 5, 1, 100, like, you know, just don't do it like where you're buying like a half a share. I wouldn't do that. I feel like that's risky. Like for whatever reason, I don't know. I feel like it's risky. Yeah, Palantir, I guess you could sort of say that because they're very Republican, at least with, what's his name there, Peter Thiel. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, SHIB are all good. Dogwolf Hat's a meme coin, but it's still good. Any thoughts on how SoFi's going to run? SoFi's great. I'll take a look at Cake. I would be careful on that, though. Not much in Bitcoins, Jorge. Robert, been in Discord 4 months, 35 to 80K. I remember, Robert. I remember you broke like 80K 3 weeks ago. You're pushing like 85K now, aren't you? Pretty close. Very well done. Very well done. Alan, Fidelity's better than Schwab in every way. Do you think there'll be a pullback on SoundHound? Tough to say. Maybe a little bit. So like Fidelity looks better. It's got a better user interface. It's easier to manage. It's more customizable. I guess for a new user or someone who doesn't want to spend their whole life trying to organize software in a chart. And it allows you to have a debit card, which is very important because a debit card, you can like just swipe, take money out of your brokerage. Robinhood allows that, but the issue is that Robinhood's got too much BS going on with their brokerage accounts. It's not worth it. So I'll start looking at, we'll look at SoFi, and I'll also show you guys. Oh, what's up, Niall? How you been, buddy? Yeah, you sold short on that one. Because Palantir is still running, you know? We're going to jump over here. So the thing with the stock market, and, you know, I've explained this before. The thing with the stock market, and I tell it to everyone every time I host one of these meetings or events, the stock market was designed to take your money. It was not designed to make you money. It wasn't designed to help you. None of that. It was there to dilute shareholders. You put your money in, they dilute your shares. You put in 100 shares at $10, $1,000. The stock goes down to $1 or 50 cents. They do a 10-to-1 reverse split. So now instead of having 100 shares at $10 at $1,000, you now have like, what, 5 shares? 5 shares at $5 or whatever. They just dilute the hell out of you. It's dilution. You put money in, the value goes down, they dilute you. So all your money is just going in. Now you can make money in the market, but it was designed to take your money and take advantage of you. So I do have a Webull account. Webull is the least pretty brokerage I've ever used, but very powerful. Most powerful and the least looks. So Webull is really good for day trading and scalping. You can shortcut your keys on Alt W and Control W to buy market and sell market. So you can literally click on the contract, watch the candle, click your Control W, it'll immediately buy it in like a fraction of a second. You can scalp the shit out of stocks on Webull with their turbo trader and shortcuts. But if you're like me and you're an investor and you only trade like bi-weekly or weekly or maybe daily swings and you're not scalping and intraday trading, Fidelity is amazing for an investor. Anybody who's new here, welcome. Glad to have you. If you guys are interested in booking a call, I've pinned the link, and I'll post it again. We have some specials to help you guys out. I want to get as many people going as possible because now is the time. We got a solid 4-year run, and you know my students are doing well. So we're gonna go over some things here with charting. SoundHound is gonna be very strong, very, very strong. I'm waiting for a pullback on SoundHound, like maybe to like $8, $8.50, and I'll buy back in. I'm waiting to see what happens because I'm out. I got out. I sold all 2,000 shares in Fidelity and my 5,000 shares in Schwab. I made a lot of money. A lot. I made a ton. I made like 40 grand in 3 months. What's up, Filler? Another one of my students. What's up? I'm in crypto, SHIB, and Doge. SoFi 20 before the end of the year? Possible. I think like 17 to 18. And I think next year we close 30 by end of year. Yeah, I do. I really believe that. So, look, I teach a lot in my Discord, and a lot more than I do on YouTube, quite honestly. There's a way to look at these patterns to understand what's going on. And a lot of the time, you guys will get yourself all caught up with buying these stocks when you see green. You know you're doing it, right? You know you're doing it. You see, oh my God, look at this green. Oh my God, look at this green. I got to get in. And you buy. So you'll buy the stock right here. But then the stock starts to pull back and consolidate. And you know what you say? You're like, oh my God, I should have never got in. Every time I buy a stock, as soon as I get in, it goes down. You know you said that. Come on. Come on, you know you did. You bought the stock at a peak, just like that. The stock goes down, and you're asking yourself, why the hell every time you get in a stock, it goes down? See, this is psychology 101. The stock market knows what you want. It's made to take money from you. So what happens is you wait for this. You see a little bit of a pullback. You see a peak right here. So you get some support right here, and then you buy. And if it drops a bit more, you buy. Now you got a nice average cost in the middle, not some price way up there that could take months to break. Because if the stock comes back down like this and consolidates, it could take another month or two or longer to go back up here, and you got in at the high. The only time that's okay is if you have a big account like me, where you've got like one account has over 300 grand and another account's got like almost 3 million. You could just buy 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here, and 1,000 here. Then your dollar cost average somewhere in the middle, and you have nothing to worry about. But if you don't have a massive account and you can only afford to buy, I don't know, a couple of hundred shares, you shouldn't be buying up here. You have to wait for the pullback. Considering we're overbought down here, overbought up here, we got to wait for a pullback. My price target right here, somewhere around $8 to $8.50. When that happens, I start buying back in. You know? Yeah, it can sometimes take months. So it's very critical to understand charting. Understand what you're looking for. You see this average right here? Look at all this consolidation. Peaked up, consolidation, good news. This is all great. The economy's good. Trump won the election. You see, so right now we're coming right back up to where we were in the previous high. The problem is this is a bubble. If SoundHound was to release bad news tomorrow saying they lost money, this shit's going to go all the way back to like $5. So you have to be careful. SoundHound 15 by end of year? Ooh. I don't think so, fam. Maybe like 10 or 11. Like, if I'm being realistic, this stock could pull back this number like this and then run a bit more as we go through December. 10.50 to 11 is very possible. It's not impossible to hit 15. It's just very, very unlikely. 15 is unlikely without good news. Supporting news? Yes. Supporting good news? Yes. But just cause? I don't know. It's very difficult to say for sure. But I would think that 15 is a little out of the realm. Yeah, I don't think Palantir has any bad news in like 2 years. They're in the SPY. They switched over to NASDAQ. Look at this. Look at this craziness. It's just going up, right? Let's see if I can change. I'm curious if I can change my green candles to something a little bit brighter. Let's look. Nope. They don't have a good enough green. I'll have to look later. Yeah, we could look at NVIDIA, Rocket Lab. I'll take a look at, someone was asking me, about cake as well. I don't trade Cheesecake Factory or stocks like that. They have a 2.58 billion market cap. Trailing 12 month. So they got less than 1 price to sales, which is good. Revenue is good. Net income, good. EBITDA is good. Cash flow is okay. They were in the hole the previous quarter. They didn't do too well in 2023. And the pandemic, goes without saying, did them pretty dirty. Balance sheets. They have 1.8 billion in debt. They have more debt and liabilities than they do have assets. That concerns me. They have 4.3 billion in debt and liabilities and only like barely 3 billion in assets. So they're underwater. They are underwater right now. They owe more and are more in debt than they have cash to cover. So yeah, they could be. I don't like the volume. 500,000 a day is very low volume. You know, you look at something like Rivian, and Rivian's doing like 26 million a day. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. I think that there's always potential. I looked at this before, MicroStrategy Incorporated. They've missed a lot of earnings. Market cap, 87 billion. Trailing 12 month is 467. They have like a 5 price to sales. So not extremely terrible, but 3 billion in debt. They still have enough to cover, which is fine. Cash flow is in the negative. Oh, Lord. Net income's... this is bad. I wouldn't put any money into this. I'd wait for a crash before I put money in that. Domino's has been pretty strong. Apple's already strong. Told you, Shane, to hold on to those shares. I told you. It's at $60. I told you. Some people will tell you, oh, sell this, buy that. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. They're just, you know, I guess to some degree clueless. So, Domino's Pizza has low volume, 16 billion market cap. They have a 4 price to sales, good revenue, good EBITDA, low debt. Well, 4 billion is a lot of debt, but they don't have enough assets to cover their debts. They must be in debt from all the remodeling. They have a lot of liabilities. A lot. Long-term debt. See? They have a lot of long-term debt. This needs to be like rectified. Cash flow's decent. Operating expenses good. Income good. Net income is good. Operating income is good. Pre-tax is pretty good. EBITDA is pretty good. They're doing okay, but they got some issues. 1 year is 482, so there's not a whole lot of upside in the next year. I'd say 3 to 5 year, maybe 10 year. Maybe we'll see. It is at a low though. It was trading over 542. They got a dividend coming up, and the dividends are pretty good. They're $150 per 100 shares. Not bad, right? I've already covered SoFi and Applied Digital. Honest, I've already covered. HIMS, I've covered big time. But I could look at it again. 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 But I Let me pull up. Let me see. So Hims has a market cap of 7.04 billion. And financials 124. So they have a price to sales of about 5.5, 5-ish, 5.5, which is pretty good. So net income 75 million, EBITDA 27 million. It's all good. They have AI that does medical for them, hair regrowth, Hims and Hers for, like, you know, intimacy and whatnot. They have a lot of stuff that they offer, and they use AI to connect patients with prescriptions, which is working in the AI industry with medical at the same time. Very important. Net debt, they have no debt. 200 million in cash. Cash flow is positive. $500 million in revenue. Operating income, pre-tax income, net income, all good. EBITDA good. Very good. They have more assets than they do liabilities, and they have no debt. Hims is amazing. I would definitely do Hims. And I told everybody on YouTube to get into Hims when it was $12. Remember back in April? I told you. Everybody in the Discord that got in to Hims, or on YouTube that got into Hims back earlier in the spring, early summer, you guys have pretty much almost tripled your return. Neo, I'd be careful. Google, be careful too. We can look at NVIDIA. VSAT, we can look at. What's up, Michael? You've been printing in the Discord. What's up, fam? Another one of my students in the house. Amazon's good. IonQ, be careful. I wouldn't do that. Not yet. Yeah, I wouldn't let that bother you. It's a good stock. Microsoft is okay. I feel like it's made a lot of its growth already. I do. I feel like a big portion of Microsoft's growth has already happened. Like, it's still going to keep growing, but small caps, SoundHound, SoFi, Palantir. I normally say I put Neo in there, but Neo's been doing rough, like very rough. See, I said that SoFi was going to make this move back at the beginning of November, and look, it's moving exactly where I said it would go. To a T almost. A little bit more aggressive than I thought it would, but very close. So yeah, SoFi is good. They've beaten all the earnings. Market cap of 17.8 billion divided by almost 4. So it's about a 5 price to sales. Pretty strong. They've grown into that. Price to earnings is going to get better. Revenue is good. Pre-tax good. Net income good. EBITDA good. Balance sheet good. Very low debt. They were actually sitting on $1 billion in cash. Their cash flow is also very good. Free cash flow, 15 million. It's up from 2 previous quarters that were negative, so they're making a turnaround. Very good stock. Very good stock. Mara, I don't really mess around with Mara or the crypto stuff. I don't do like Marathon, and I don't do Coinbase. I don't really mess with them. DJT is good. You could do DJT. AMD, I've got a really, really like strong feeling about AMD. Why did I do that? I keep clicking on the second one. It keeps, there we go. Right now, AMD is at a buy. It really is at a buy. Like, look at this. And we're down here. Anywhere in the 120 to 130, I'd buy AMD up. This is going to be big in the next couple of years. Same with Nvidia, but they're already at 138. See, they're close to their high. I think Nvidia might pull back a little bit more to like 125, 130, and then run the rest of next year. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it stays where it is. I don't think there's much room for a pullback, unless there's bad news or something. Which, anything is possible. I mean, you could have bad news on Nvidia at any point in time. It's an AI stock, but I mean, they haven't really been the bearer of bad news, so I wouldn't bank on that either. I don't think. No, I don't. I don't think it would, no. Snow is okay. Snow is good. Job, I don't deal with penny stocks. Ever. Nvidia breaking the wedge? I don't know. Let me look. Yeah, they broke the wedge, which means the support's going to be... As we go forward, the wedge will kind of come down, but the support's going to be between 120 and 130, like I said. Like this right here, basically, this general area right here, this is going to be the support area for Nvidia. So I would think that once it gets down to like 125, 130, that's going to be the bottom. That's what I would say. Well, Derek, Neo's been trading under $5 for 2 straight years, almost, so like a year and a half, and it's been really bad. There's been no bullish signals really at all at this point on Neo, so I would be careful. Because if you put like 10 grand in a Neo and it drops from $5 to $4, well, you're going to lose money. You don't want that, right? So you got to be careful. I don't trust Neo at this point in time. Not yet. I need to see something from Neo. CCJ. I'm not sure if I remember what stock that is. Yeah, I don't think I've ever traded this. You gotta be careful with minerals and energy companies. They're okay, but I usually don't trade them. Negative cash flow. Not much debt. Assets outweigh liabilities and debt. Income's decent. Pre-tax decent. Net income means they're not making a profit. Money's coming in. Pre-tax is good, but there's no profits. They have a lot of taxes. There's not enough capital to cover it, or barely to cover it. EBITDA is decent. I'm gonna be careful. Be very careful with that. Serve, I've covered already a lot. I've covered Joby too, and DJT. LOY I haven't covered very much. So this is a good stock, but it's had a really big drop. Lately, there's been a lot of trending downwards on this stock. SoundHound's still good. Intel, we got to see what happens with them. Nike is good. Starbucks is really good. We can look at Joby and SMSN. No problem, Joe. Wayfair's great. Discord changed life. I'm glad to hear, fam. JF, no problem. I appreciate you being here. So, LLY, 755 billion divided by 40 billion. This is like a price to sales of 15. not that good. Revenue's good. Pre-tax. Net income's good. EBITDA is good. Cash flow is good. Net debt is insane. They have more debt and liabilities than they do assets. Be careful. That's why they're pulling back. So money's not coming in fast enough. So that could be a problem. Adriana, glad to hear. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve in the Discord. You got to get in. You got to check everything out. Watch the training modules and courses. Jump in the live calls, you know. Oxitano, what's up? Oxitano is one of my very first students. AVGO is good. I like AVGO. You have to book a call for Discord Evil STI because we want to make sure that everyone who's coming in is a good fit and make sure that, you know, not everyone can just freely walk in, because if that happens, then no one will make any money. But everyone in Discord is making money because my system works. So if you guys want to jump in, now's the time to do it. We're at the beginning of a pretty big bull market that's going to go nuts, you know? Alan, please try not to spam the chat, please. We don't need to have one ticker this many times. Nike will move better. IWM Leap, yeah. AUTL, sure. Maybe. Let me look at that, though. BBAI. I don't think I've even looked at that stock for like 2 years. I have to go back and check it out. And then it's hard to do every stock because I don't really want to look at stocks that I'm not familiar with or ones that I think are not good, you know? So QQQ is good. AVGO. SMCI is okay. You got to be careful of Super Micro, though, right now. They lost their whole back-end team. I'd like to get into SMCI at like $15. When it comes back down to 15, I'd buy in. Honest is good, yes. Serve is okay. Dollar cost average. Keep it a low portfolio position. Fubo, no. QCOM. Yeah, Qualcomm's good. They were going to buy Intel. They tried to. 40 billion into 176, so it's a 4 price to sales. Income is good. Net income, pre-tax, all very strong. EBITDA strong. Balance sheet strong. Low debt, high assets. Liabilities aren't that high. Everything looks good. Yeah, Qualcomm's fine. It's very good. PG, Procter & Gamble, huh? Yeah. Procter & Gamble's good. 422. So about a 5 price to sales. Pretty good. Revenue, net income, pre-tax look okay. EBITDA looks good. 23 billion in debt. So in liability, 70 billion, so 100 billion, but they have 122 billion. So they're okay there. They're in the positive. They can cover there. Free cash flow, 3 billion, very strong. Procter & Gamble does have, you know, some growth ahead of it. Not a whole lot in the short term. Long term, yes. The Discord, I'll post you a link. Plus it's pinned. There we go. I pinned you a link to sign up. IonQ, I just wouldn't. NVIDIA, I already covered. You guys want to see Micron Technology? This I would be careful of. 109 market cap. So it's a 4 price to sales. Revenue is good. Pre-tax is a little lower. Net income is a little lower. EBITDA is good. Balance sheet. They got some debt, liabilities, but their assets they can cover. So they're good there. And they have decent cash flow. So Micron's okay. Just generally looking at it, they're okay. Let me go to the daily chart. I would say anywhere between 78 and 90 is good. Like in the 80s and 90s, you could try to get in. Like my buy-in would probably be somewhere around there. Like I'm waiting for it to come down a bit before I'd want to get in. Celsius, ooh. Can't, fam. Celsius, that's rough. That is rough. Joseph, you have to use the link. Palantir is always going to be good. MU, I would wait for 85. I honestly would like to see 85. I already did HIMS. HIMS is solid. AI is okay. They got earnings coming up, so I wouldn't buy it right now. Earnings is in a week. 4.6 billion market cap. So they've got a 12 price to sales, not that good. Operating income negative, pre-tax negative, net negative, EBITDA negative. Balance sheet 600 million in cash with total assets completely outweighing their liabilities and some positive cash flow. So money's coming in and they've got more cash and more assets than they do liabilities and debt. All they have to do is put that money and put that technology, whatever it is they're designing, their product, whatever it is they have to offer, put it to work. It seems like it's not relating to actual revenue yet. IWM, I can. I think SoFi is the best fintech right now. Pullbacks I wouldn't bank on. $25's decent, but we'll see what happens. I don't think that stock's bad, but it's got, you know, it's gotta, they gotta start moving. Very welcome, Allison. Bucknoy, I'll look at, and you, did I say your name right? Surf Air Mobility, I have not looked at before. Glad to hear, Shane. Yeah, my students print on the safe trades. Safe, consistent income. Owens Corning's pretty strong, and so is PayPal. PayPal is very strong. I'd be careful with AI though, with C3. PayPal is also very, very strong, but be careful because that's at a high. Market cap 87 billion. Trailing 12 month 31, so a 3, less than 3, like a 2.7 price to sales. Very strong, good revenue. Pre-tax is good, operating is good, net is good, EBITDA is very good, cash flow is very, very good, balance sheet is good, and they have zero debt. PayPal is insane. Like, I would take PayPal. In fact, I would say PayPal is as good as SoFi in some ways. By the end of 2026, I could see them breaking like 120. There could be like a 30-40% return in the next 12 months on PayPal. Like, PayPal is very strong. Walmart's good. Neo, I worry about Neo. Walmart's very good. Market cap 743 billion. So they have so basically 673 divided into 743. So Walmart has a 1.2 price to sales, which is insane. They have insane revenue, insane profits, insane pre-tax income, insane net income, and the same thing with their EBITDA. Balance sheet, they do have 50 billion in debt, but they have 254 billion in assets, which, you know, covers liabilities as well as debt. And cash flow is good. Very, very good. Walmart's always been good. It'll get even better too. They're up 76% year to date. Affirm is solid too, yes. So is Nike. Target, I don't like as much as Walmart. I like Walmart a little better. You see Affirm's really running to $70. I was in Affirm at 25. We really hit a low down here. A lot of money on the sidelines. Affirm's always had a fair value of about 35 to 40, but I was in Affirm down here. I remember when Carvana was 40 and now it's over 200 due to their profits. Google's rough. Be careful. Honest, I already covered. ISRG. I'd be careful these medical stocks. 193 billion. A price sales at 25. Pre-tax income is okay. Net income good. EBITDA is good. Balance sheet 4 billion in cash. They can totally cover very little liabilities and no debt. That's good. A lot of cash flow. It looks good, but it's also pricey. So how much room does it have to grow? Shares float is fairly low. If it had the shares float of Nvidia, well, then this stock would be maybe $25, $30 a share. So definitely good, but be careful. Glad to hear, George. Already covered Rivian, Alta, and Enovix. I covered Enovix quite a bit. 174 market cap. So this a low price to sales is very bad. I do like the stock, but price to sales is bad because they have 1.74 billion in market cap with 20 million in sales, which gives them like a price to sales of 80, which is really bad. They don't have any debt though, and they do have assets outweighing their liabilities they can cover. They're in the negative on cash flow, and they're in the negative on net income and EBITDA. So there's a lot of room for growth, and it's very affordable. I'd like to get into Enovix around $6 or $7, but we'll see what happens. EL, I can take a look at that. I appreciate that, Booknoy. Joe and George, you want to join Discord? Is that what you're saying? There's a link there to start. There might be a pullback on SPY. There very well could be. I'd be very careful. Ooh, I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade that. Oh, no, you said WYY. I was going to say, oh. I'd be careful on this. I'd be careful. Be careful about this stock. It looks a little bizarre. The numbers look a little bizarre. $500,000. $500,000 in negative. EBITDA's in the positive though. 400K in cash. That's good, but now they're in debt again. But they do have a lot of assets to cover very, very small amount of liabilities. Or at least that's what I remember over here. Yeah, they can cover their liabilities. And they got good cash flows. It's okay, but I'd be careful. I'd be very careful. Especially trading stocks that are like in this area. Kyra, I've already looked at Celsius. I'm working my way through the list. I can't. I just can't, fam. Nah, I can't. This stock has done nothing but drop. I don't know. 6 billion divided by 1. They have like a 5 price to sales, which is not bad. Pre-tax income still in the positive. So is net income, and EBITDA is in the negative. Oh, so they're making profits, but their cash flow's hurting. They're paying themselves. Well, the company's not making money, but they got no debt. And their cash flow's good. Well, how is their EBITDA so bad? They must have amortized a ton of debt. They must have had a lot of problems with debt. I'd be careful with Celsius. Very welcome. Very welcome. I already looked at MSTR. I got to look at KULR. I don't think I've looked at this before. I wouldn't touch it. I just wouldn't. Everything is in the negative. I would not touch it. They're in debt, and they have just as many liabilities as they do assets they can't cover if they need to buy things out, and they're not profitable. So I would not do it. Now, if you want to trade it to make money, this is scalping. I don't do that. AMD I already covered. Estee Lauder, huh? I saw EL. So $25 billion market cap. They got less than a 2 price to sales. 242. Ooh, pre-tax net income not good. EBITDA very strong though, but they're not profitable. They got debt and expenditures somewhere. 21 billion barely covers, and their debt they can barely cover. They got a lot of expenditures and debt. That's the problem, and their cash flow's terrible. Ooh. We're back to 2016 pricing. I think Estee Lauder is a dying company. And I'll explain why. Estee Lauder, JCPenney, Macy's, these are all old school. Wilco, like some of these older stores that started dying off. Toys R Us, Kmart. Estee Lauder is going to go under probably. Like I'm being honest. It's probably going to go under in the next couple of years. They're struggling. Like they're literally back to 2012 pricing when the market crashed in 2012. They're not doing good. Estee Lauder's in trouble. Well, brick and mortar's not done. Walmart will never be done. Walmart's old money. Amazon can't compete with Walmart. There's no way they beat Walmart. It's not happening. Macy's isn't going under either. Macy's has so much money. They could lose money every year and they could stay in business for 30 years, 40 years. It's old money. It's not going anywhere. Very welcome, Aaron. SoFi I covered. Yep. I'd be careful about IonQ. I looked at that. I'd be careful. SoFi and Palantir are great. SoundHound's good. Hims is good. Yeah, it's possible, but Estee Lauder is brick and mortar, and they are really transitioned and positioned to sell to older people, like 50 through 80. They got to reinvent themselves. They have to. Neo or Fubo? Neither. Alibaba? Not right now. Not while we're waiting. We're waiting for, Donald Trump to take office, tariffs, stuff like that. But be very careful. Dell is good. Estee Lauder is going to have some problems, I think. Riot's okay as well. Sprouts Family Markets is good. They're in a pullback right now, but they're good. I looked at WYY already. I looked at SMCI already. Ulta is okay. Amazon's good. Walmart has Spark. And they have same-day delivery from your local stores. So if it's in stock at your local store, you get them all same day. Amazon has same-day items. But when you're trying to get groceries, let's say you want to get a light bulb and you want to get, car wax for your car and food, Walmart Spark will deliver all of that shit the same day. Whereas if you order Amazon, you got to go through Whole Foods. If you want to get clothes, you got to try to find a same day delivery. If you just shop on the Walmart app at your local store, everything's delivered same day. Food and grocery, clothing, automotive, electrical, paint. Like literally, they do what Amazon can't do. Trust me. I've ordered It's very hard to beat Walmart because the store is like 5 minutes away and they deliver it to you the same day. It's going to be extremely difficult for Amazon to keep up with that because Amazon doesn't have any physical stores. And Amazon has got so much money. Alibaba is going to be hurting. Energy Transfer, be careful. Oxy, be careful. Serve, be careful. I've already looked at, already done Serve. AVGO is good. You could do some AVGO. Thanks, Florida. Chevron's okay. Anything in petroleum is good, Joseph. Yeah, Walmart's going to be solid. I'd be careful of Wynn Resorts. QQQ, we can look at that in CLSK. I think I already looked at CLSK. Did I not? Yeah, I did. I did. What the heck? Yeah, Walmart's going to be very hard to beat because they're already competing with Amazon now and they have a head start. Look at Wayfair. Wayfair is launching physical stores. Amazon's trying to get warehouses everywhere so they can ship to people. Walmart already has warehouses. Have you ever heard of a distribution center? The actual distribution centers for Walmart are actually some of the super centers. I know, used to work at Walmart 15 years ago. Part-time and briefly. Walmart uses their super centers as distribution centers and main hubs. So they're doing what Amazon's doing, but they already got thousands of physical stores. It's very, very hard to compete with Walmart. I'm telling you. Amazon has been taking it to Walmart for the better part of 15 years, and they're not gaining any ground. Walmart's just getting angry and putting up more stores. No, Amazon will never beat Walmart. Never. Trust me, it's never happening. Never. Walmart is such old money, it's impossible. It's like, do you think SoFi is going to take out Chase Bank? No. JP Morgan and Chase? JP Morgan was an oil driller from the 1800s. These people got trillions of dollars. They're not going anywhere. They are, right? Rivian and Lucid, be careful. Nvidia is good. Starbucks is good. Very good. Starbucks is very good. Already looked at Cheesecake. I take Rivian over Neo. At this point, I wouldn't take either, but I'd take Rivian over Neo if I absolutely had to. I can look at RMTI. I'm not really a fan, Saber, of those types of stocks. I don't take risks on those. I just don't. So Stellar is okay, but I prefer Doge because Dogecoin is going to be with Tesla. I wouldn't touch Siri. Rocket Lab. A lot of people are trading Rocket Lab. 13 billion. A 39 price to sales is kind of insane. Pre-tax, net income, EBITDA, all in the negative. Balance sheet, they have cash, very little debt, lots of assets, but lots of liabilities, and negative cash flow. I wouldn't trade it. I need to see something from them. They missed earnings. and the stock ran. This looks like pump and dump. I will not recommend this. Do not buy it. They miss earnings and the news is bad and they're not profitable and they're burning cash and the stock goes up. Not buy that. I would wait. Applied Digital is okay. I already covered it. DraftKings is okay. Be careful on DraftKings. I'll take a look at that. Already covered SoFi. DraftKings is fine though because they're you know, they're into sports betting and whatnot. So I mean, this will be fine. This stock will be okay long term. 21 billion. So they got like a 6 price to sales, which is decent. Good sales, pre-tax income and operating income's down. Not good at all. Net income down. EBITDA down. 500 million in debt, but they have lots of assets, but lots of liabilities. And they got positive cash flow. They can survive, but they got to figure out what's going on. I wouldn't buy right now. I'd wait for DraftKings to pull back. Like to maybe 25 or 30. I wouldn't buy that right now. I wouldn't touch cake. Not right now. Yeah, gambling is not going to be good when the stock market's good. I would definitely agree with that. Like not as much, not as much. I'm going to look at 2 more. Sprouts Family Markets, don't even have to look at it. I would say they're doing pretty good. I'll actually take one more dive at that. We'll do Sprouts Family Markets, Chipotle, and Wayfair. Okay? I shop at Sprouts all the time. Market cap 15 billion. Trailing 12 months. So it's like 2 price to sales good. Profit, net, pre-tax, EBITDA, all very strong. Balance sheet, low debt. They got liabilities, but they have decent assets. They got to fix that though. Cash flow's decent. Overall decent. 200% year to date. This was like $60. Now the economy's better. People are going to want to eat healthy. So I could see Sprouts going to $300 in the next 3 years, 2-3 years. So yeah, Sprouts is good. Franklin, appreciate it. You can use the link that I've provided right now for the Discord. We actually have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, like type. They're not really deals, but they're type deals it'll help you get in a little bit better than at any other time. So if you're planning on joining, now would be the time to do it. Also, just so you guys can see the Discord here, I put out a lot of announcements. I answer a lot of questions. All of my trades are put in here. You guys get 2 weekly calls every week, 45 minutes each, and I usually go longer, about an hour. So if you guys enjoy what you're seeing right now, you'll get it twice a week in the Discord, Mondays and Thursdays. And look at the profits. Josh has been here 3 months. He's up $2,000 in a day. And since he joined, he's went up from 60 to 90K. He's up $30,000 in 3 months. Look at AG. First 2 months, he's made $1,000 on an $8,000 account, which is a lot. Timmy joined my Discord in July when he only had 20 grand. From, like, I think he had a little bit less. Look at the graph. 96,000 in profits. That's basically like 4 or 5x. Then we have, we can't pass Wilbur Jess. He's up 57,000 in 3 months. He actually started with like 90 something thousand. He's up to 150 in 3 months. So if you guys want to join, my trading is very safe, very consistent. Look at this account, 3 months, 17 grand. He basically doubled his money in 3 months. Okay. Another great one to show you, I'm looking for, which I always show, is, well, his account's up 3,500 a month, which is really good, 10%. 27,000 just in SoundHound. I have a student in here. He's got $1 million now. This student made 7,000 in a month. 7,000 from one of my Canadian students. Sai is up 2 grand in a day, 30% in a month. I'll show you guys Sherry, who is my first student ever. Let's see if I can find it. So Sherry started right here, $8,000 on August 7th. $8,000. She actually joined a little bit before that, and she hit 30,000. 4x return, 400% in 4.5 months. It is the norm. All of my students are up. We could go to the profit section. Everybody's up. Everybody. Look at Timmy, 85,000. Look, 85,000 on November 22nd, right? $8 days, $11,000 in 8 days. 85 to 96 in 8 days. Every single person in here is making profit. Every one of them. Different. Now, not everybody's doing 300%. Some are doing 50 in 3 months. Some are doing 100. Some are doing 40. But everybody's making money because my trades and my way of coaching and psychology is different than anyone else. So this will just give you a little bit of a breakdown. This guy made 22%. He only had a $7,000 account, like a $6,000 account, made $1,500 in a month. That's very good. Chris Felix bought a house, pulled 5 grand out, put 5 grand back in. Another one of my students who's doing very well is Adam. Started with 15 grand. He has 40 grand in 3 months. Josh has been with me for 4 months, started with 300,000. He now has 600,000. So there's a lot. Like look at Sawyer. So he was down 2,800, and now look at his account. He made 9 grand in 3 months. It's 10% per month. He was up 10K in the past month. The list goes on. Sherry broke her record. She thought she was going to like do less, and she did better. Look at Hiroshi. So his 3 months, 15,000, 8% per month. Everybody's making money, fam. Everybody. I teach in a very specific way. And we beat the market every time. So yeah, everybody's making profits. Yeah, because everybody's posting in there. I don't have a student. If I had students that were losing money, they'd be in here complaining in the live streams. That's the one thing right there. I don't even have to worry about if people question how good I am of a teacher, because when you're a bad teacher, bad word spreads like wildfire. So I'm in these live calls and these webinars and not one complaint. So I don't even have to worry, you know? Wouldn't I be a billionaire for what? I've grown my net worth from 100,000 to $4 million in 5 years. I think that's enough growth without getting too risky. Booknoy, most of them use Questrade, but I don't recommend it. I say Webull. My teaching speaks for itself. Nobody has anything negative to say, and you saw the profits. That right there is already, you know, food for thought. And if you have any idea how hard it is to grow to $1 billion, do you have any idea how hard it is to grow to 50 million trading? You don't get 100% returns in a $4 million account. You get like 2% returns. Think about it like this. My average month is between 2 to 5%, usually 2 or 3. 3% of 4 million is like 100 grand, 120 grand. I can make 100 grand a month on 2%. I don't like you cannot get 50% returns on a $4 million account, because then you're putting up risky plays, and if you lose $1 million. It doesn't work like that. I teach all that in the Discord if you guys want to learn. Look, I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not like trying to say that I can read people's minds or I have magic or voodoo or anything like that. Listen, the stock market is psychology, right? You see a green candle, what do? You buy, right? You all buy. So everybody buys. That's what everybody does. I sell. And then people start selling, the stock drops. Well, guess what? When the stock is red, everybody's selling. You're selling. You know you've been there. The stock hits red, you get out at a loss. I'm buying. It's all psychology. Everybody on earth thinks the same. Oh my God, I lost money. I got to get out. I'm going to buy now. See, I've programmed my brain to go opposite of what the masses do. Y'all are buying, I'm selling it to you at a profit. Y'all are selling, I'm buying it at a discount. I've become accustomed to this, and I don't lose. The only losing trade that I've had in 6 months was Lyft, and it ran to 18, and we won on that trade. I don't have a losing trade right now this year. Lyft ran, was the only losing one, and I knew it would turn around. When you understand how to beat the market, you don't lose. And when you do lose, the very few times, the wins just crush the losses. I don't have to worry about it. Appreciate that, Salvation. No, I mean, that's the thing. You know, I've been doing this a long time. And I love what I do. It's a psychological thing. You have to understand the psychology of the market. You really, really do. I teach this. That's what I teach. Yeah, it's a little bit long. Yeah, like 7 years. Technically longer if you count my Amazon and Square investment in 2016. I wasn't really trading then, though. So if you're counting everything, then 9 years. If you're only counting the trading, like almost 7. Almost 7. Brits, appreciate it, man. Yeah, you see, that's what I said to everybody earlier. If you're watching my YouTube, you're going to grow. If you're in my Discord, it's accelerated growth, accelerated knowledge, and accelerated retirement. Just like Britt said, and like Shane said earlier. Like I said, guys, I do this because I love it. I told myself when I hit rock bottom, like I've said many times in my videos, that I would help people when I took care of myself, and that's what I'm doing. My dad helps homeless veterans. I help families retire early, make more money, more consistent income. We both help people. That's what my family does. I'm a Catholic. I grew up in a Catholic family. My mom was very hard on me. My mom still yells at me this day if I don't help people enough. So I grew up in this. This is what I do. I help people. So I don't do this like for any other reason except to help, because I like it. Very welcome, everyone. If you're looking to join the Discord, I'll post the link again. It's pinned. You got to book a call, get on with my team and I, and we get you into the Discord. We have to vet people into the Discord. We can't let people freely just walk in. It'll be a nightmare, and nobody will make any money. If you enroll, we have lifetime membership. That's what I recommend. Lifetime means it never expires. You get 2 live calls a week and my trade alerts every week for life. Forever. I appreciate that, Backstreet. No, I keep it real, man. I really do. I can't promise you to make $1 million. I can't promise you to double your money in a month or two. But you will make money and you will learn. You know, I keep it honest. Yeah, the link's there and it's pinned. We have specials going on right now for Black Friday and for Cyber Monday to help you guys out. We have a lifetime and a boot camp. If you want to accelerate your retirement, do the boot camp. The boot camp is almost a free add-on. So you get boot camp and lifetime together in a package. I'll put it to you like this, and this is the honest, you can join from the UK, yes. And this is the honest truth, no bullshit, straight from the hip. 80% of my students make back what it cost them to join the Discord in their first month. Like more than 80%. First month, it's already made back. More than 50% of my students make back the cost of joining the Discord in the first 2 weeks. And that's the legit, honest truth. It's basically free. You're going to come in, learn, make some trades, make it back, and then it's lifetime for free basically after that. That's the honest truth, because like I do this way cheaper than anyone else. I agree, Backstreet. And Ashley, I have students in the UK, Japan, India, Singapore, China, Russia, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, everywhere. Everywhere. I don't discriminate in any way. We're all people. I love how people always bring up bear market and bull market. We've been in a bear market for 3 years, and I turned 100K into 4 million in a bear market. Bear markets come around every 30 years. We already had one. There ain't going to be another one. My students were doing just fine during the pullback. We made the same percentages. My students started joining my Discord in June before all this bull run. You don't remember the 10% pullback in August? We printed. Doesn't matter if it's consolidating, dropping, or going. It doesn't matter. I read the charts. I make money no matter what. Anyone who thinks that a bear market is imminent right now is just going to waste time thinking about it. We already had a bear market. We were bear market from 2022 to 2024. Now we got a 4-year bull run coming. Maybe some consolidation, maybe some pullbacks, but not a bear market. There's no pricing. The pricing's all on Book a Call. We don't have a website that does that, and we don't sell people stuff on a website. We have a way we do this. We book calls to vet people coming in. We've had a lot of riffraff trying to come in, so we have to vet that, book a call. Then you guys can discuss everything with me and the team. Then if you decide to go your separate way, then you can. If you decide to join, then you can. What's up, Justin? Another one of my students. Glad to see you, man. I don't know. You mean, Kevin? When you join, you can join during the call or after, but you have to book a call first. We don't just accept everyone in the Discord because some people create riffraff. I'm not saying you would, but imagine I let everybody in. No one would make any money. Believe me, my team and I have got like years of experience doing this. And there is no way we can let anyone in the Discord without booking a call. It's not possible. I have students in there right now with millions of dollars that are asking me questions. And if I let 100 people in for free, they're going to blow the Discord up. And my millionaire students are going to lose money. So booking a call is your best interest, because if you book a call and you end up joining, you're going to message me and say, Corey, I just joined. Please don't let anybody else in the Discord without booking a call. That's what you're going to say to me. That's what my other students have said. Once you're in, you'll be thankful that there's a book a call. It's a vetting process to keep, and an interview process to keep riffraff out and to keep people that aren't serious out. This is why You're asking me why my students make money. This is part of the reason why. Because I'm a good teacher. I know the market. I'm safe and consistent. And we vet out and we interview the students that we want to accept. This way, we don't let anybody in that's going to create any turmoil. There's a reason for all of this. This is a system that works. I'm very good at it. And my students are seeing profits because of it. Jorge, what's up? You can't pay from a link. You have to book a call, man. This isn't a one size fits all. We conform all of it to fit you. Everything is tailored to you. This is why this works. If you're looking for a one size fits all, you check out with a link and you go find another coach on YouTube. You can do that, but you're probably going to lose money. I have at least 30 or 40 students in my Discord right now that have come from other students that I'm not going to mention the names from this buy from a link crap. When you book a call, you are on the call. Me and my team, we're building a system for you. We have to have a teachable mind. You have to have a portfolio. You got to have the ability to trade, the ability and the need and the want to learn. And you got to have open mind, open ears, and you have to want to retire. I want to help you. But we can't have you saying, oh, I got no money, but can I trade? You can't trade with no money. So, like, my time has to be utilized to help people that have money. Small money, big money, doesn't matter, but has some form of money, but doesn't know what they're doing. I can't help people that don't know what they're doing, aren't committed, and have no money. It's impossible. So I want to help you, but you got to help yourself first, you know? If you don't have at least $5,000, I can't do anything for you in the Discord because you can't take any trades. So if you want to book a call and you have a $10,000 account, we can hit 30 grand in 4 months. If you got 50 grand, we can hit 100K. We can do about 100% in about 6 months. 5K is doable. But if you're trying to, like, I can't do anything for you if you have less than 5K. It's impossible. Current members' prices isn't going to do anything for you because everybody's going to have slightly different prices based on their portfolio. It's not going to be drastic, but it's not going to be the same. I posted a link. Can you see the link or no? We're pretty full too. I'm trying to see if the calendar is like jacked up because it had that happen before. I think it's okay. Yeah, definitely. I want to help as many people as I can. 70K is perfect to start with. Yeah. What you want is the boot camp. If you're very new and you have 70K, do the boot camp. You'll make your money back with that kind of capital. You'll make your money back the first month, first 2 weeks. And then you'll have lifetime boot camp access for free, basically, because you'll make it right back. I'm being honest. Like, all my students make back their boot camp or their membership in the first month. Almost all of them. And more than half of them do it in 2 weeks. I had students that made it in the first day. Not saying that's going to happen, but I've had students do it. You can, honestly, you can join Discord and start trading with 5K. You can. But I'd say a solid starting point is like 10K. Because that allows you to get into the membership and still have money to trade and make that money back in a month. It's very comfortable at that point. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, buddy. Glad to hear Brit's saying it's cheaper than everyone else, and I make more money for my students than anyone else because they're all wonky and they don't understand psychology. They don't teach what I teach either. You know? But I appreciate you, man, for sharing your experience. Palantir is good, man. Backstreet, good job, man. Got to start somewhere, right? I'm looking up some charts. I'm trying to make sure the calendar's okay. What's up, Sherry? My first student, DB. Man, she quadrupled her portfolio. She made back her boot camp cost in like the first month and a half, and she's my first student. She's made like $23,000 in 4.5 months on an $8,000 account. 4x return. What's up, James? 35 to 80. Yeah, I remember. Good job, James. Yeah, I remember you telling me you made it back in like a month, like 3 weeks to a month. That's really good. It's really good. Proud of you. Appreciate that, Scott. I'll look at Vistra. I'll look at 1 or 2 more stocks. Don't worry. I already looked at XLM. Sherry, you're at 35,000? You got to send me a screenshot in the Discord right now. I got to see that. Or whenever you get a minute. 8,000 to 35,000. Oh my God. We're going to do a 5x return by the end of the year, Sherry. Hell yes. Sherry literally is my literal first Discord member and student. And she made this money during the bear market. Tell him, Sherry, during August, when it was all bearish and all red and in a downtrend, and Affirm and Lyft and Wayfair printed. Remember? We just printed. Sherry's like doing very well. Nice. Let me go look. Sherry. I got to see this. Oh, snap. Good job, Sherry. Nice. $2,900 in a day. Very, very, very nice. Sherry is so gangster. Like, imagine starting with 8,000 and like you just pushing 40K in 4.5 months. Wow. You're an OG, Sherry. OG. Use an OG. Oh, yeah. Deecha, of course. Senor Wahoo just joined today, made 9K on SoFi listening recording last 2 months on YouTube. Heck yeah. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome. Hill Chime, what's up? Oh, yeah. Down markets, bear markets, I make more money than bull markets. That's how I made my $4 million 2022 and 2023 in bear markets. Every time people are selling stuff off, I'm eating it right up. Yep. Bear market, bull market, consolidating. I don't care what the market's doing. I'll look at it, read it, research it. Then I'll invest and trade, and I'll print no matter what. And that's how it's always going to be because I know how it works. It's very easy. Bear market's easier to make money than bull market. Or as easy. Consolidating market's the best market. You sell covered calls, and it goes nowhere. You're just printing free premium every week. SoundHound is amazing. Michael, I don't know what you mean, man. You have to rephrase that question. Oh, yeah, sure. A lot of money in the bear market we made. A lot of money. She is a beast, Justin. And you're doing good in the boot camp and the Discord yourself, Justin. Very, very good. Let me see. Let me look at something right quick. I'm also going to be Meta. I can look at Meta. Palantir now or wait for a pullback. I mean, You could, but I don't know. Ugh. I don't know, fam. I don't know if I would wait. Jayeth, I made a lot of money just looking at your videos. I hope to join your Discord soon to increase my profits. Heck yeah. Whenever you're ready, fam. I teach people how to retire early. I never thought I was going to be able to retire at 36, 37. I mean, what person dreams by or believes by 36, 37 they're going to retire? I retired at 37 years old with over $1.5 million. And now I'm 41, and I have $4 million net worth. I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. I can trade casually, very lightly and casually for the month and make like $60,000 a month. Like, I don't have to do anything. What's really good about growing your financial wealth in retirement is also APY interest. So like, I didn't trade in my big account very much, and I had like 3.5 or 3.3 million collecting interest. So I'm going to give you guys an accurate amount of what I made of interest. Okay? I make $400 a day in interest. And I'm looking at my account right now. In the month of September, I made $11,000 in interest. October, I made $11,200. And in November, I made $11,500. So in the last 3 months, I've made over $35,000 just in interest. I don't even have to trade. The way that the rates are right now on my big account, if I liquidated all my stock positions and just collected interest, I'd be doing $250,000 a year income, sitting on my ass doing nothing. No trading, no working, no coaching, nothing. $250,000 a year job just on interest. Like legitimately $23,000 a month in interest. I'd pay my tax and I'd make $12,000 a month doing nothing after tax. Like, it's very easy once you get up there. And I started with $30,000. So there you go. Where do you want to be in 7 years? Let's pop off in the Discord. Let's do it. That's what I teach my students to do, you know? Sherry's on her way. Sherry's got 35. She'll hit 40 by the end of the year. Next year, she'll push for 75 by summer. Maybe end of year. She'll only been with me a year and a half and she'll be pushing 100. And from there, it's like 30, 40 grand a year. So 130, then it'll be like 180, then 240. It just really stacks after that point. I think Sherry will be a millionaire probably in like 8 years at the rate she's going, maybe 7. I mean, start with 8,000 and in 10 years have $1 million. I mean, that's pretty incredible. It's very possible too. Yep, your job's a wealth builder. Absolutely. No, you can't trade options, I don't think, in an IRA. Only like level 1 or level 2. Cake, I already looked at. Iffy. It could grow, but it's take caution with that. You have to look at future guidance and projections. It plays huge factors in stocks. Huge factors, okay? And I teach this in my coaching. Remember, when you join Discord, you don't just get Discord, you get coaching and a training course, and I teach you this. Every question you guys are asking me right now in YouTube, I teach you in the coaching, which comes in Discord, how to do this, all of it in detail. You spend an hour with me twice a week, 2 hours a week in the Discord. So it's not just Discord. You get coaching. Yeah, Michael Anthony, you'll always have to pay taxes. If you didn't make that $100,000, you wouldn't have to pay tax and you'd have no money, but you still have 81 grand. So yes, you'll pay tax, but you're making money, so you're good. Quantum computing, I haven't looked at, and I've never looked at ELF either. Coca-Cola is good. What's up, Clash? Another one of my students. I'll take a look at Elf. Very, very welcome. I'll take a look at Elf for you. Why did I put a W? Oh, Elf Beauty. Okay, yeah, I remember this. I remember this. $7 billion market cap. Trailing 12 month. So they got like a 5 or 6 price to sales. It's pretty good. Pre-tax income, net income is pretty good. Revenue's pretty good. EBITDA is decent. Net debt's fairly low. They've got enough to cover liabilities and debts with money to spare. It's good, and cash flow's decent. This looks like a decent play for growth. I'd like to get in a little cheaper though. Like, what is the float? Oh, shares float is low. That's why. If they had SoFi's market cap and everything, let me see. Let me look at SoFi right quick, or let me look at Neo, or even SoundHound. SoundHound is 3.4 billion. Elf is 7 billion, so double. SoundHound has 323 million shares. So the equivalent for Elf would be to cut the price in half and then divide by 7. So if we're comparing it to SoundHound, we got to do 65 divided by 7. 928. So same price as SoundHound. The reason I did that is because the reason why Elf is more expensive than SoundHound, even though it's not actually worth a whole lot more, is because they have double the market cap and 1/7 of the shares float. So they're about on par, meaning that Elf is a steal because SoundHound's not even profitable like Elf, and it's already pushing $9. So Elf at 129 right now is very much a good buy. Very much. I'd say it's worth 200, 150 to 200 based on if we're going by good future guidance, and the future guidance says 160. 158. So yeah, I would say it's possible, but be careful. Be very careful. Yeah, it's pretty decent, but keep it safe. Serve, I'll look at Serve and Matt. AMD already looked at. It's great. Definitely buy. Serve, we'll look at again. Market cap, 385. Financials. What was their market cap again? Was 385. Yeah, so it's like 150 price to sales. It's terrible. They got low revenue, no profit at all. EBITDA's in the negative. They have no debt, and they have enough cash to buy out, or enough assets to cover their liabilities and debt because they have no debt. So that's good. And they're almost breaking even on profitability. So it's kind of a touch and go. In the next year or two, we could be up here or we could be down here. It's looking like this direction if things keep going the way they are. QQQ is good. It's like SPY. It's an index. It's very strong. You'll do well on it. Long term, you should. I'll look at Meta, Oracle, and Roku, and that'll be it for today. Roku, I believe in. 10 billion market cap. They got a price to sales of 2.3, or 2.2-ish. Good revenue. Pre-tax income and net income is not good. Operating income is not good. EBITDA is, however, getting better. So they got to manage their money better. Balance sheet, no debt. $1 billion in cash. $1.47 billion in cash. $1.52 billion in cash. They've got more assets than they do liabilities, and they have no debt. That's good. And cash flow is good. Very good buy. They just got to work out their profitability in a better economy. I could see Roku running to $100 in the next 2 to 3 years based on earnings growing like they are now. They got to break profitability on the EPS first, though, so be careful. Be careful. I just posted the link there for you. Akshay, right there, you can use that link. Serve is good. I'm just not huge on it at this time just yet to be safe. We'll look at Oracle and Meta. Oracle's good. I already know they're good. Price to earnings, 47. 512 market cap. So they have like a 9 price to sales is good. Price to earnings is good. Good revenue. Pre-tax income is huge. Operating income is huge. Net income also huge. EBITDA is massive. Very good. Balance sheet, $80 billion in debt. With liabilities is $200 billion. They don't have enough assets to cover their debts. Cash flow is strong, though. They got to work in their debt. They got to get their debt out of there, but they're doing good. Already covered SoundHound. Serve should be okay. Already did SoundHound. Let's look at Meta. $1.45 trillion divided by 156. So that is 2, 4, 6, 7, like an 8 price to sales. That's pretty good. Revenue is insane. Profits, net income, pre-tax income, insane. EBITDA is really good. Like, they're in the billions. And consistent growth. $20 billion in cash, no debts. They could cover all their liabilities and still have like almost $200 billion left over. Cash flow is great. Meta's a buy, 100%. I wouldn't even wait for a pullback. I would just buy Meta. Meta's probably going to be like $1,000 by the end of 2026. Yeah, you'll just have to look for sound earlier in the video. You have to scroll. So I will do Microsoft, and I'll have to stop at Microsoft. Let's do Microsoft right quick. And maybe QBTS. We'll wrap that up. So $3 trillion. Price to sales is going to be strong. So it's going to be about a 12 price to sales, which is a little on the high side. Price to earnings, 34, about average. Revenue's good. Pre-tax good. Net income good. EBITDA good. Balance sheet, $22 billion in debt. $512 in assets, but they have liabilities of $243. Software, hardware, all types of developments, you know. Who knows what's going on over there. $30 billion. Not bad. Free cash flow, $19 billion. Not as good as Meta, but strong. Already covered NVIDIA. I'd be eerie of this. 636. We got under 1 price to sales. Not profitable though. And they're in debt. They're over leveraged. I'd be careful. See, 83 million in liabilities and only 60 million in assets, and they're 31 million in debt. Can't recommend that yet. Appreciate that, random. But Nvidia is good. Already covered SMCI. I covered a lot of these stocks already. A lot of them. You guys are very welcome. They're okay for 2026. Semiconductors are okay. SoFi already covered. Solid. UAVs, I've looked at this before. $41 million. 4 price to sales. No profits. Debt. Over leveraged. And no cash flow. I wouldn't touch it. Already covered MU. And I'll cover Snow. No problem, Michael. Target's good, no Celsius. I know sometimes you won't want to hear what I have to say because it'll go against your belief, but I'm going to give you guys the truth on everything. 57 billion. 14 price to sales. Profit. No profit, no operating income. Net income. Ooh. Oof, oof, oof. No debt. They can cover all their debt and liabilities. And cash flow is good. Snowflake is up and coming. It'll do a lot better. They beat the previous earnings. Yep, Snowflake's good. Nice long hold on Snowflake. Not as good as Palantir. You see, you might think this is better than Palantir because it's more expensive, but that's not the case. Let me show you. Palantir's market cap's 150 billion. Snow's is 50 billion. So 3 times less. It's a third. So what we'd have to do is we look at the shares float of 305 million versus 2 billion. If Palantir only had 305 million shares floating, we'd have to divide that by, oh my God, a seventh. So we have to times the shares by 7. If Palantir had the same shares float as Snowflake, it would be $469 a share. So Snowflake's not expensive. 174 divided by 7. If they had the same shares float as Palantir and the same market cap, they'd be $12 to $24. Nowhere near Palantir. It's only more expensive because the shares float, supply and demand, is smaller. Yeah, I probably would agree there, Michael. AMC, be careful. All right, I'll look at 2 more. That's it. Gotta go. Mankind. 187 billion. So it's like a 9 price to sales. Operating's good. Net income good. EBITDA good. I'm surprised. And growth. And earnings growth. Very surprised. And profitable. 90 million in debt. Ooh, over leveraged in liabilities though. Don't like that. Cash flow's decent. Be very careful. They could fall apart because of that. They really could. Nike's already good. Covered it earlier. I can't remember new. It's been a while. Digital banking, right? $60 billion. A 6 price to sales. Okay, cash flow. Assets. Could buy back liabilities. They can cover $7 billion in cash. They're profitable. And their EBITDA is good. This is a solid company. Yeah. I'd say New Holdings is solid. I'd be careful with blockchain stuff. Like I really would with ETFs on blockchain. T-Mobile is good. T-Mobile is really good. I wish I could answer all of your questions, but I've got the top stocks getting ready to come out in a couple days. You have to wait for that, Ben. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream next Wednesday because I got to run. And I'll answer more questions next Wednesday's live stream, which I do every week. Awesome. Awesome, Ash K. Patel. Appreciate it. If you guys want to book a call, join the Discord. Take your trading to the next level. You guys can do so at any time. I put the link in the chat. I love helping you guys. I love doing these live streams. And if you guys want to be profitable, retire early. It's my goal to help as many people as possible. You guys are very welcome. One love. I hope you guys have a great Sunday and a great Saturday night. Thanks for being here with me. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm going to try to get this locked in to be either every Wednesday or every Saturday. We're going to have another live stream. I got a webinar coming up this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, December 6th. Stay tuned for that. All trading, all stocks, all money, all retirement. Let's go. Book a call, and I'll see you in Discord when you're ready, and I'll take care of you guys. One love, fam. Thanks for being here. We had a nice 2 hours together, and we'll have another 2 hours at the webinar and the next live stream, and there's more YouTube videos coming. We'll catch you, fam. Let's go.